Welcome back to The Lead. We have some breaking news just into CNN. The alleged Planned Parenthood shooter, Robert Louis Deere, just shouted in a courtroom that he's, quote, guilty, and he killed 3 people at a Colorado Springs clinic to, quote, protect the babies, unquote. CNN's Paul Vercammen is in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Paul, you were inside the courtroom when Deere, who I guess we can now definitively refer to as a domestic terrorist, he burst out and said this. What was the reaction inside the courtroom?
Well, it was absolutely hushed. He burst out at least 15 times, Jake, most of them allusions to the Planned Parenthood shooting. Among his greatest hits, if you will, he said, "There is no trial. I'm a warrior for the babies." Later on, he said, "This is my life." And he also said, "Protect the babies," repeatedly. One thing that's interesting, Dan King is defending him right now, the same public defender as James Holmes, that's the movie theater shooter in Aurora, Colorado. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, again, another outburst by Deere. And he said, "Do you know who this lawyer is? He's the lawyer for the Batman shooter, the one where they drugged him all up, and that's what they want to do to me." He also said, "You will never know what I saw in that clinic, atrocities," and that's what they want to seal. He was referring to prosecution and defense efforts to, mainly defense efforts, I should say, to seal a lot of the material that's in this trial. So from what I understand right now, the lawyers will be coming out shortly and addressing the media. But as I said, repeatedly, Deere went off the rails, so to speak. There was a bailiff, a sheriff's deputy standing near him. Finally, at one point, he clamped his hand on his shoulder and quieted him. And we're going to move for a second here. We'll let you see if indeed this is the prosecutor, if he addresses the media. And we'll have to do this old school style. I'll hold up the mic.
I do have copies of the counts, and I'll be happy to.
All right, we're going to break away from Colorado Springs.